Let's talk about cravings versus hunger. Cravings are, these are actually situations taken from multiple situations with clients. So I'm not just like choosing one person and talking about them, but there's one scenario where someone is reaching for that one food that really scratches the itch when they're really stressed out. This could be takeout, Asian takeout. This could be chocolate. This could be pizza. It could be something of that sort. Very often it has seed oils, or it is processed. It has excess sugar, and they do not have sober behavior with this food. This is something that very often I will hear people say, and I experience this too, that when they decide to eat it and they're eating it, it doesn't even really hit the spot like they wanted it to, but they're still eating it. And so that makes it frustrating because you realize, 1, this isn't good for me. 2, this is going against my goals, my health goals. And 3, it doesn't even taste that good anymore. This is a craving. Hunger is different. Hunger would be, I experienced this in my healing journey. I was very consistent. When I finally decided to be consistent, I was extremely consistent, and I did not slip up at all with the Lion Diet. But there were days and really a season where I would be done for the day. I tracked my macros. I knew I was done for the day, but I was like, I am not full. Like, I felt like a bottomless pit. And it turns out this is when my thyroid was healing, because very shortly after this time, maybe like 2 months of knowingly overeating protein and eating more fat with it, it was, on paper, too much food for my body, more than I technically needed. This was like over 200 grams of protein. But it was hunger, and I couldn't fall asleep unless I ate it. So I honored the hunger. Then my hypothyroidism was reversed. And I have seen this with probably over 10 other clients at this point, which is significant. 1 or 2 people, it's like, oh, that's a coincidence. But 10, like at least 10 people, there is definitely a trend where when the thyroid is upregulating, they crave more food, more fat, but sometimes more protein. And so typically I say, okay, let's try to stay within that 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight. We don't want to spill into gluconeogenesis, blah, blah, blah. But there are some, this is one scenario where I will say, eat your protein if you're craving protein, more protein. My point is, that's hunger. That's your body saying, I want more of this substance to heal. It's also a sign that says the metabolism is upregulating. It's running at a higher rate than it was before, which means that it's using the food you've given it and now it needs more. There's a higher rate of turnover, assimilation. Your metabolism is burning hotter. So it needs more food, more kindling, okay? That's hunger. There's a difference between cravings and hunger, and I just wanted to spell that out specifically for any of you that are on a healing journey and you might experience these urges to eat more food. And when I say urge, I don't mean almost an out-of-body, like impulsive, like you don't have any control over yourself, you're just reaching for a food. That's more likely food addiction craving, it sounds like. An urge, though, is like it's deep inside of you and you're like, I am still hungry. I need to eat more fatty meat. That's hunger. If you're already tracking your macros, good on you for being very mindful and aware of what you're doing. If you have health goals, go ahead and eat more fatty meat. If you're hungry, eat more, especially if you are being very consistent. You're not eating processed foods. You're not even eating carbs. Carbs are not necessarily the enemy, but they can complicate things and they can definitely be more hyperpalatable. And so if you're not even eating those and you just want more fatty meat, eat the meat. That's what this video is about. Eat the meat. If your body is healing, you need to listen to that hunger. I hope this helps someone out there. I've heard this scenario multiple times.